Hello, I'm Shotaro Asano. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. This channel is a talk room where I share real, unfiltered conversations about career and learnings through conversation with guests I really want to talk to. So today's guest is one of my another classmate at Shizenkan, Yosuke. Hi,
Hello,
Yosuke.
Yosuke.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining. And
Thank you for letting me in the loop.
yes, of course, of course. And it's been maybe a couple months since we started discussing the schedule of this recording. And
Yeah.
I think you were in the transition of changing your position or changing your company or organization. I think.
Organization, yes.
Okay, so I think you had a lot of change quite recently. I think.
Yes, I did.
And so okay, can I can you tell me what are you exactly doing right now? I
Okay.
heard that you're involved in like music organization.
Yes, that's right. I was just appointed as an executive director of a foundation called Sasakawa Music Foundation. We
Okay, so it's a
possess,
foundation. I see.
yes, it's a foundation, and our main activity is using our instrument that we possess. We possess
I
about
see.
20 plus expensive violins and violas and cellos.
Stradivarius,
Yes,
those.
mainly Stradivarius, and we
Wow,
are loaning them to future talents, basically.
I see. I see. Wow,
Yes, so
that's
that's our main
interesting.
job.
I see.
Yes.
So, because I'm a business person, may I ask
Mhm.
how you put that in the balance sheet? The violins, is that do you recognize it as like asset or do you do a
Oh yes, oh
depreciation?
yes.
You do? Okay. Wow.
It's on the balance sheet. So if you
I see.
can look at our BS, you will find it
Oh,
and
is it
find
on
how
public?
much it is. Yes. We are a public foundation. So
I see. Wow. I'll go take a look.
yes, and there is no depreciation.
There's no
The
depreciation.
violin is the violin is 300
What?
years old, and it can even go like higher value. So
I see. Wow.
it's something like a stock. If you have stock,
Mm.
you sometimes revise the price. So that's how it goes.
Interesting. So it's not just a mere tool, but it's like a piece of art, I think.
Exactly.
Wow. Wow. So that involves probably like insurance of violins or like those instruments as well, maybe.
Yes. Very interesting question. Because very specific question. I
Yeah, because
wonder why you.
I was imagining of kids like because I have a 6-year-old son and uh,
Mhm.
3-year-old daughter, and they break things very
Oh
easily
yeah.
and very often. So
Yes,
so
yes, it is insured. We are lending to young musicians,
mm,
mainly in their 20s. So a lot of them are not used to handling very expensive violins.
mm,
Even one scratch
mm,
is
I see.
an incident for us because we
Okay,
want to
wow,
pass this piece of art to the next generation.
I see.
But at the same time, we don't want it in a museum or something. We want it to
Hmm.
be used by future talents. So we are always seeking the right balance between those two.
Okay, so dropping a
Oh,
violin
no,
would
no,
be
no,
a
no, 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 no.
super disaster. Okay,
Exactly.
I see. Wow. Wow, interesting. So, thank you for that very interesting opening. Could you touch on your brief
Mhm.
background of maybe where you grew up and yeah,
Yes.
and how you maybe chose your occupation and things like that as well. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for asking. So I grew up in Japan
Mm-hmm.
and also Los Angeles and Brussels.
Mm,
Um, but I decided to come back to Japan for college. I
mm,
wanted
mm,
to feel the atmosphere vibe of Japan. I really
mm,
liked being in Japan, so that was my choice. I was very interested in environmental issues
mm,
from maybe 5 or 6 or 7 years old.
mm,
I still remember a book about the environment of the Earth, and ever since it was somewhere in my head for a very long time. So
I see.
I pursued chemistry, science, chemistry for my bachelor and also my master's.
So that means you have pharmacist license in Japan?
No, it's not the pharmacist
okay.
license. To be precise, it's more pure science. What I was studying.
Okay, I see.
Yes. So, but it was when I was trying to find a job. It was before 311, and before 311, most of the energy companies, they are more into nuclear energy more than renewable energy. So it was difficult for me to find a job related to the environment, especially because I'm a chemistry background. Energy was the main topic. That was my master and bachelor research, but I couldn't find any good positions.
Which specific renewable energy that you were studying?
I was
like solar
studying
energy or
solar, like thermal solar energy. So I was not using those solar panels. I was translating solar thermal energy into hydrogen using water and ceramics. Yeah, so I couldn't find an interesting job, but I just happened to find out about non-profit organizations and foundations that are funding those non-profit organizations.
I see.
Yeah, and I decided to pivot a little bit. So from, if you think about ESG, I was more in the E, but I decided to pivot a little bit to the S.
I see.
And I just looked up the internet and found a foundation called the Nippon Foundation, which is the largest philanthropy grant-giving foundation in Japan. And I was lucky enough to get into the organization.
I see. Wow. So you spent your whole high school in Brussels?
Yes.
Which is Belgium, I think?
Yes.
And were you okay coming back to Japan, and did you not get any like a culture gap that you were familiar with in Japan? Were you like really adaptive to Japan quickly?
I think I adapted when I came back from the US. I think I was 7 years old, first grader.
I see.
At that time, I still remember some differences that Japanese people do not really try to stand up in front of people. They tend to try to be one of the group. I still remember
harmony
in the music class. Yeah, music class. The teacher introduced me and introduced me a new song, and I knew the English version, and she wanted me to sing, and I was fine singing that in front of everybody. But I think my classmates were a little bit surprised.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
that doesn't happen a lot in Japan.
No.
So you so I'm also a returnee, Kikokushiyo, and but I regard myself as Japanese OS having English app on it. I'm very Japanese grown person. Do you feel the same way, or do you feel you have the US OS and Japanese app and Europe app on it? How do you perceive yourself?
I think I would say my OS is mainly Japan. I think I got it through my elementary and junior high. I might still have a little bit like the leftovers of the US OS somewhere deep inside me.
Okay.
But yes, I think I feel basically the same as how you feel about your identity.
Nice. Okay. Thank you for answering that. So going back to your career story, and so your so right after you graduated, you started working at Nippon Foundation, and it's been close to 18 years or 20 years now? Or
I had a master's degree, so
okay.
a little bit Yeah, a little bit less. So I think I have worked there for almost 15.
15 years, okay. So you pretty much know everything about the foundation or organization. Maybe. No?
Maybe most of the ideas. Yes, I think
How
I have some
large is
experience.
the foundation in terms of number of employees?
I think we are 150 or something like that.
150, okay.
Yeah.
Is it mostly new grads coming in every year type of organization, or do you hire like in Japanese like jutsayo, like or?
Yes. So I think we used to be hiring mostly new graduates. And when I entered the foundation, I think most of the people were maybe 80% or something new grads hiring, and they were continuing for a long time. But
I see.
because the market situation in Japan is changing, people quit jobs more frequently, so we need to hire more. So I think things are changing right now.
I see. So are more people coming in from like business background people, or like so there's more fluidity.
Yes, business and
across industries.
also government and
Governments, okay, yeah, of course.
yeah, government, school teachers. Yes, we have a variety of people right now.
I see. So what kind of project were you involved in Nippon Foundation?
Thank you. So I think one of the most interesting ones were to launch Dormant Bank Account Act in Japan. Do you know what a dormant bank account is?
I have no idea. What
so by law, if you don't access your bank account for a certain amount of time, the legal right to hold the money inside the bank account disappears. I forgot the English term. In Japanese, 時効が来る.
I see.
So in some countries, they use those money, they collect those money and try to invest in social good.
I see.
Sometimes it's grant given, sometimes it's impact investing. In Japan, we didn't have that system. We were proposing as a foundation, and we had a lot of allies in the non-profit organization industry. And we were advocating for this system to launch. We didn't think that it should be a revenue of the bank as it was at that time. So we were advocating. I think it took like 10 years, but now we have this system, and there's an organization called Jampia who are funding organization. So it's they're not directly funding non-profit organizations, but they're funding local funding organizations all over Japan.
So from bank people, from bank standpoint, it means that their sort of like balance sheet gets smaller, or the money sitting in their bank account
maybe
is getting less, or?
Yes, basically, but it was the bank diminished. The bank account diminishing was happening for the whole time. That's the same thing. 10 years, no rights anymore.
Okay.
But it used to be in the revenue of the bank. It used to be the revenue of a bank.
I see.
The amount that was holding. But
so they
now,
recognize it as some kind of like special revenue.
Yes, exactly. And now there's a law that they cannot do that, and they need to pay back
Banks are not happy.
An organization. I don't think so. And we had some statement from that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see. Wow, you overcome that conflict. Wow.
I didn't, but our team did, and the government at the time had a very good understanding of what's going on. Suga-san.
What year was it? Oh, Suga-san. I see. Wow. Okay.
Was the spokesman, so Kanbo Chokan at that moment under Abe regime.
I see. Okay. How large is the amount of that money
It's
generated?
huge, actually. It's huge.
Okay. But it's every year, right? It's
yes, every year it's about 100 billion.
Wow. So, wow.
It's huge. 100 billion yen.
100 billion. Okay.
So
wow,
about
huge.
yeah.
That's huge.
Yes, it's huge. Especially when in the old days, bank accounts didn't require us a proper identification. So there are a lot of accounts that it's impossible for them to track. So that's why the number is large.
Is it getting bigger every year? Because there's
I think
a lot of more elderly people.
I think it will actually get smaller because nowadays identification when you open a bank account is more strict.
I see.
So yeah, it'll get smaller, and if my number and everything is associated, the number will be very close to zero.
I see. Interesting. So, and you, I noticed that in the student profile, you were also involved in a lot of international projects, like in Southeast Asia or like Central Asia or Mongolia, those countries. Do you travel very often to overseas, or did you used to, or?
Yes, my job in the international department was associated with a lot of traveling. I was very happy about that, actually. I would usually travel once a month, maybe for a week. So basically, out of 4 weeks, I would not be in Japan for a week.
I see. I traveled roughly the same pace when I was at Recruit as a like a corporate business development person. Yeah, I traveled to Southeast Asia mostly, but to Europe and United States as well, and collected a lot of miles. I was Anna mile holder, so ANA.
Me too.
Okay, I see. Yeah, so we might have I don't know be in the same business lounge of
maybe
ANA.
At least once or something.
Yeah, I see. Wow. Okay. Actually, so this is completely off the topic, but my favorite routine was watch Shoten on the way back, the flight back to Japan. That was like my routine.
Interesting. It had to be the flight back, not departing. But
somehow, it was always. I wanted to feel Japan, maybe.
Interesting.
I don't know. Yeah.
We all
they already had
Shoten,
routine, right?
Yes, they always have Shoten, and they always have. I was always watching Matsuko no.
Okay, I know what you mean. Yes. I know what you mean. Yeah. Okay. Right. I see. Interesting. So, and right before you were assigned to this currently Sasakawa Zaidan, what were you doing?
Yes.
You were managing 6 people. Is that the team you were in?
Yes. So between those managing that 16 people team and my current job, I was in another department for like a few months only. But both of these are international related departments. And so for the first one, I was there for 5 years. It was my first experience as a manager. And I was appointed as a manager, promoted as a manager during COVID. So it took maybe half a year for me to meet everybody. So that was very tough. But
you had to manage
in those
through
days,
online.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know what kind of people they are. Actually, I was actually new to the topic. I was in charge of International Disability Inclusion Program. And we were funding various disability-related organizations all around Southeast Asian countries. And so it was a tough time in the beginning, but after gradually, when I get the feeling, I think those 5 years were like, I don't know how to express this, but it was so exciting to be in this role. And I still love what I was doing. I still personally connected to everybody, and I'm still trying to help them through their journey. Yes, it was a very interesting topic.
Interesting. It sounds like each project has different duration. So, or maybe some project, maybe a long project, some maybe short project. To me, it sounds like similar to consultant firm. Like project by project, you change what you do, and you had to catch up a lot of information each time. I think you're doing something like that.
In a way, you could say that our job is project-based. Maybe venture capitals are similar as well. I'm not really familiar with them, but they are funding them, and they are helping corporate at the same time in terms of technical issues or connecting people and people, things like that.
So you're funding money and also making sure that money is utilized in a intended way. So you give you a lot of support, maybe network, maybe knowledge, that kind of thing. And in a way, so you are also a project manager, or like watching some kind of like KPI maybe to see the effectiveness of funding.
Yes. So just reminding ourselves about what we learned in the system class about how the structure is like, what is actually happening in terms of any social issue. And our funding in the disability inclusion program, we're focusing on more of the structure of the problem. So we were not just giving money to poor disabled people. We were trying to support the people who are supporting them.
I see.
Or we were supporting them change the policy, for example. So all of those strategy that I had to come up with the organization, basically, because we're just a bunch of foreigners with some money. They are supporting people on the ground. They know what's needed. But sometimes they don't have enough capacity in terms of technique and also money to implement their ideas. So that's where we come in. We talk to them, and if we think it's a very good idea, we would fund them. So project could be very short, but at the same time, it could be very long with small, not really KPIs. We don't really use a lot of KPIs, but we have some milestones.
Milestones, I see.
Yes.
Interesting. So in a way, you identified like a leverage point of the system, and you intervene. And the intervention could be long or short, but it requires money, obviously. So you fund money, but not only that. I see. So interesting. I'm curious to know how your organization decide the allocation of your funding money. I think your budget is every year fixed, not fixed, but like you have the budget.
Yeah, we have a certain amount of budget every year.
You have to cut the pizza into pieces. And I think there's always a discussion of which part should have more money or things like that. So I think that's the most like interesting discussion that is probably going on in your organization, I suppose.
Yes, we need to cut pizzas. We have a lot of departments to start with. Each department or each team gets one piece of pizza. And then we need to cut this into each organization that we want to fund. Yes. So that's basically how things work.
So initially departments get the budget like equally, sort of.
No, not necessarily equally.
Okay. But you can plan ahead, like to anticipate how much you can have for maybe next 3 years, 5 years.
Yes, we are regulated by the Ministry of Land and Infrastructure and Transport and Tourism, 国土交通省. And each year we make up our proposed budget and we talk with them and they check our allocation and then they give us approval. So that's the basic system. because we are funded by boat racing.
Yeah,
Annually.
approval annually. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Boat racing. Interesting. Wow. Sorry, I'm a business person, so I only not only, but I'm very keen on asking about money. Yeah, the money flow.
But yes, please. Because I'm not from business. I really love this opportunity to talk about how things work in our world, and because it's important for everybody to understand other different worlds in their lives. They will in some phases, I hope, especially for people like in Shizenkan students, I hope they get interested in more in social issues, philanthropy, and we don't solve everything. I mean, business solves most of the things actually, but I think it'll help us if everybody knows about us, and then we could collaborate more.
Yes. Well, I'm already starting to have more interest in your Nippon Zaidan, and
thank you.
So, yeah, thank you for sharing your stories. And my next question would be: so, how to allocate money is, I think, one of the pure form of politics, and political situation. I think has a lot of influence. So I think just watched J.D. Vance Hillbilly Elegy, the movie. And in Japan, it's, I think, following the same path, maybe slower. But so, is there arguments of allocating more money on domestic issue than international issue, things like that? Do you have any? Do you see any like influence of those political discussion affecting your role?
A little bit, maybe. A little bit, because we're not funded by tax. We don't directly get that influence, but yes, we still do.
That's a big
feel
difference.
That change. Yes, I think it's a huge difference.
So I was thinking of USAID. They were very heavily argued of what they should do, but the situation of your organization and them are so much different. Yeah, I understood.
Yes, but for JICA, for example, the Japanese version of USAID, I think their budget has been cut much. If you compare the long trend, maybe not as fast as in US, but if you look at JICA's funding from 20 years ago to today,
I see.
It's quite sad to see what's happening there.
I haven't taken a look at that, but it's probably public. You can all check, go check and see, maybe.
Yes,
on the internet.
Yes, I think so.
Wow. Because this morning, I in my X and Facebook timeline, there's a news of unpleasant news, a lot. So Epstein file releasing news, and also Bitcoin is like going down.
It's dropping.
Like dropping, and also like something happening in China. So I feel this sense of, wow, the world is getting very unstable, and it's accelerating. And international like relationships should maybe change, and that might affect your funding activities as well. So
I think so. Yes.
That's sort of like the context of my question.
I see. Yes, I think some of the projects are more affected by political situations than others. Maybe my experience in the disability inclusion field was more purely philanthropic. But there are some other projects that, for example, trying to build a relationship between Japan and, for example, I was associated with a project with Central Asia. So yes, so we have this Japan Central Asia program, but this kind of program is focusing on the relationship between two countries or one country and the region. So it's more affected by politics. And when you're in that situation, I think the Shizenkan learning is such a tremendous impact. It's a great input to the foundation, and I hope I could do that longer. But yeah. But anyway, yes.
Well,
I think it's true.
I feel the same way. It's a very good time for us to think through the like philosophy, like sociology.
Yes.
As the decision makers of certain projects, especially international projects, I think you are required with some kind of philosophy to make decisions. I think so. Yeah, it cannot resonate more to what you have said. Wow, is it mainly violin or like the? What is the largest instrument that you?
It's mainly violin.
It's mainly violin.
I think we have one viola and 3 cellos. And other than that, I think it's all violin.
I see.
And it's mostly Stradivarius, but we have 2 Guarneri. It's another classic Italian piece of instrument from almost the same age of Stradivarius. It's actually from the same town, actually.
Okay, I see.
In Italy.
So we had to maybe ask more expert questions to Nobe-chan, but it's fascinating that the violin are 300 years old violin is now like the. So they sound very very nicely also, or is it just like a brand? Well, I'm not a music person, so I have no idea what I'm talking about actually. But
actually, I'm not a music person either. I happened to be in this position, but I'm still learning, and I think there are a lot of ways to put what a good instrument is.
Okay.
So, in some ways, new instruments are fine too. And some of the new instruments are very expensive too, actually. Because it takes a lot of effort to create a single violin. But in terms of Stradivarius, it was one of the best instrument 300 years ago. It was not something that was found through history that it's good. It was the best violin at that time as well.
I see.
Yeah. So
it carries the history of who played this violin as well. So there's a track record.
Yes. So the violin, some Stradivarius has a track record. Some of them don't.
Okay.
And for those which has the track records are way more expensive actually.
I see.
And also because it's 300 years old, you know, if you just have a piece of wood, a violin is basically a piece of wood. And if you put it on the table for 300 years, it disappears, right? It diminishes.
Yeah.
So the constant maintenance is extremely important. And all those efforts of the past people who loved this piece of art is now conveyed to our foundation.
I see.
So that's how we perceive it. So of course it has a brilliant sound. It of course has a brilliant looking, but it also has a brilliant history of famous musicians or collectors who used to own this piece of art. And the good ones actually have a nickname.
Oh, okay.
So if you look at our website, we have we have all the explanations of the nicknames.
I see.
Yes.
Wow, interesting. How many Stradivarius violins are there in the world? Is it like in the order of like 100 or 500 or like less than that?
I read an article recently that it said like the playable Stradivari is maybe about 600.
600, okay.
Yes. But he lived very long. I think he died when he was like 90 something. And he produced so many violins. And violins, basically.
He was crafting
yes,
violins all his life, every day.
all his life, yes, all his life. I think his first one is from 1666.
I see.
And the last one is probably 1730 or 40 something. So he started maybe like 15, 16, and then he...
That's a fascinating life.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Wow. Interesting. Well, I'm very much interested to violin right now.
Please come to one of our concerts. We sometimes have inviting concerts, so yeah, we sometimes have some seats reserved for our friends. So I would love to.
Yeah, that'll be super fantastic.
Call upon the class. Yes.
Right. Thank you. So let me jump into a little bit different topic. So I see a fridge behind you, and before this session starts, you told me this is your personal fridge in your study room. I think in your room.
Yeah, working room. Yes.
Yeah, and it's filled with beer and wine. If possible, can you open it? Can I see what's inside?
Yeah, this is...
Wow, it's so full.
Yeah, it's... What you see right now is all beer. The wine is at the bottom.
Oh, man, wow.
Yes, so I'm a craft beer maniac boy.
Maniac.
Yeah.
Wow. So have you tried craft beer from Yoho Brewings? Yoho Brewing is...
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's near where I live. So
I see. Yoho Brewing is actually
from Karuizawa.
Yes, that's right. It's actually one of the breweries that dragged me into the world of craft beer.
I see.
So someday I think you will be dragged too.
I see. So going back to your life story, but you're from Belgium. So Belgium is famous for white beer, is it? Or just any type of beer?
Yes. So Belgian beer would be one category of beer, and white beer is one of the style of maybe 10, 20 styles of Belgian beer would be a moderate way to categorize them. And white beer is one of them. Yes. And it's one of the famous ones. Yes.
So, okay.
I think I have one.
I see. So do you think your love of beer comes from Belgium? Maybe not. I don't know.
Yes, it does.
It does.
Belgian beer and Yoho Brewing is the two main reasons that I'm into beer.
Okay.
And I have a friend who is even from my point of view, he's so into beer. And I think he had a great influence on me. And for me, beer or not only beer, but also wine and also cuisine is, it is a collaboration of the nature and the craftsmanship.
Yes.
And it's a piece of art that you can consume. So that's how I take it. And that's why I love not only beer, but wine, cuisine, and all that.
Yeah. Currently, the price of wine is raising like very in a steep pace, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
Yeah. And so I shifted from wine to Japanese sake currently. And so sake also has it's a very vast world.
Yes.
There's a lot of sake. So
and with local stories and everything.
Local stories, yes.
It's a very interesting field to investigate. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, interesting. So sorry, I asked almost nothing about Shizenkan, but let me ask why you decided to come to Shizenkan and how you about.
Thank you for asking. This is one of the questions that you always ask. So
yes,
I thought about it. Yeah. And because I have a science background, it was very difficult for me to work in this foundation without even knowing any names of philosophers. And especially when I was transferred to this international department 6 years ago, I felt even stronger that I need to seriously learn about what a nation is, what is the fundamental behavior of humankind is. Those fundamental questions, I started to understand that I don't really have a clue. So I did some reading, some listening to podcasts. Mainly, I'm a podcast lover. And I started to learn about these things, but I still felt like I had to learn in a more broad way, more structured way, not just bits and pieces, but from a holistic point of view. And that was my main motivation to join Shizenkan. So the company course, sociology, capitalism, and in the future we have religion and Toyo.
Yes. Yes.
This line is one of my biggest reasons to be here. And in the philanthropy industry, Uo Sensei is a very famous figure. He created the whole industry of fundraiser and fundraising activities, things like that. We didn't have that idea before him in the philanthropy world. And we are very proud that we are the first funder to help him establish what he has today. So I have known about Shizenkan through him. And also Ishikawa Akira sensei.
Okay, I know his name.
Okay, he has a class in second year, I guess. And it's probably about entrepreneurship. And actually I have known him since uni. He volunteered every year to my project in uni. I was running pitch event with input for 3 months, and at the last year you have a pitch event. So I don't know how to name this, but
accelerator program,
or accelerator program or incubation
program. Yeah.
Yes, and he was kind enough to give like a full lecture every year to us.
I see.
So I really admire what he does, and so that's another connection that I had with Shizenkan. And also my boss was going to ISL.
Okay.
So I had like 3 connections all of a sudden. So I felt like this is my destiny.
I see. And so you knew about Shizenkan for years, and so you made decision this year. So was there any reason that specific timing that you applied?
Actually, I didn't know Shizenkan for years. I just found out, and I just found all these 3 connections all of a sudden.
Okay.
So that's why I felt like, somebody's trying to put me in here.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I see. So far, how do you feel about Shizenkan's course and structure and whatnot?
Yes. So the course that I was looking for, the company sociology, it's been great. 1,000 times of great. I don't know the right word, but it's been extraordinary. And I also love to get to know people. That's one of my nature. So that's great too. And especially a lot of people from different countries.
Yes.
And not necessarily only in Asia, but all around the world. And this is extremely interesting for me. And it's also interesting because most of the people from business background, we have a different culture, we have different ideas about the society. So everything has been great, I think. And I'm really grateful for this podcast too, because you really have good questions to dig deeper into each guest. I haven't listened to all of them, but I definitely will. So thank you so much for that. I should have said that in the beginning.
Well, thank you for saying that. It's so encouraging. So the questions I ask is not prepared, but it just I'm sort of like made to ask questions by listening to the stories of each people. Yeah, it's I agree with you that the students, the classmates are really super interesting in terms of backgrounds and how they think and what they do, everything. So yeah. So I do this podcast for not for like money like that. I just do it for uh joy of learning from my classmates. Yeah, it's pure joy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's what's great about you, actually, doing this podcast and also creating those stickers. And I really, yes, but no, it sounds funny, but I really learn a lot from how you behave and
thank you.
Everyone could think about getting a sticker, but not anybody would actually do it. Getting an idea is not what's important, but having it done is the most important thing. And that's what differs people.
Yes.
So I really admire what you're doing. And
thank you.
If there's anything I can help, please.
Yeah. Well, I might ask a lot of requests in the future, but yeah. So one thing I have in mind is that so I read this book called Naval Ravikant's Almanack, and he's an Indian guy, entrepreneur in Silicon Valley, and he's also sort of like a thought leader. And what he said was, inspiration is perishable. So once you get the inspiration, we sometimes think that inspiration stays with you for a long time, but actually you forget the inspiration. When the inspiration comes to me, I don't want to lose that inspiration. So I take action. So that's
Wow.
so like what's happening in my head. Yeah, because I keep forgetting.
Interesting. Thank you for sharing. That's very
And
inspiring.
I'm not trusting myself, my memory. Yeah, my memory is the last thing I can trust. So before forgetting, I just want to do it.
Wow. I think it's not really about memory, is it? It's about more feelings and inspirations and
I think so, yeah.
Because human beings are not rational at all. That's what we learned from Shizenkan, right?
Yes.
So it's all about that instinct that in that second that you have that instinct, that's the most powerful moment for you, right?
Yes.
So I think it's natural. It's not really about memory.
Yeah. So
interesting.
Everything you that happens in mind is like drawing on the sand or on the beach.
Yeah.
It's there for maybe 5 minutes, but after that it's gone. So yeah, that's how I
Very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you for saying that. It makes me happy, right?
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay, and my last question would be about the future, and this is like the toughest question to answer, maybe to many of us, and even to myself. But so maybe looking 5 years ahead, what kind of passion do you think you will be following, or what would change, or what would not change? How do you see your future after Shizenkan's program finished?
Yeah, you're making this question to everybody, and
yes,
actually don't have any vivid vision about my future. I think Shotaro-san, you said something like that too during a podcast with somebody else, and I really resonated with that. What will not change? Probably be about making this world a better place, and hopefully through philanthropy, maybe not necessarily 100% philanthropy, but I love what I'm doing, and I think I would like to stay in this industry. But what I will be doing will change every few years. Sometimes I'm assigned to new things. Another thing that I don't want to change is that I want to keep learning, and not only input, because I'm very good at input, but I still lack some output aspect. So that's one of the reasons I really respect what you're doing. So I need some transformation from input, heavily on input, but more evenly distributed between input and output. So that's my things that won't change.
I see. So when you say output, so we sort of like output our thinking on essays or like pre-assignment, post-assignment of Shizenkan class. I think we're currently doing that quite heavily. So when you say output, are you referring to like sharing that to more like broad audience, or what kind of like, what I'm curious what you meant by output?
Maybe making actions, like concrete actions.
Oh, making action.
Yes. So not necessarily telling somebody, but really utilizing what I'm learning and using my leadership to change something or move things forward or build a team or
I see.
Making some concrete actions.
I see. Wow, I'm looking forward to your next action. I think God. You're already busy with your job, current job, but yeah, I'll be very much looking forward to it.
Yeah, maybe I pushed myself too much.
Yeah, the inspiration is perishable, so yeah.
Right.
When the inspiration comes to you, yeah, it's the time to start something. I think, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I think it comes naturally.
Thank you for saying that.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. I'd like to continue more, but I think it's about time to maybe close the session and yeah. So but is there anything that you want to comment on?
I think I'm just repeating, but please do continue this podcast.
Okay, thank you. I will.
I love this podcast, and
thank you.
When I think it's gradually going out from the English class, but to the Japanese class or the
alumni
other batches. Yes. And I love how it's evolving. So good work, and please do keep this on.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So for listeners, thank you for listening, and please send me a feedback through Spotify, YouTube, any media, and at the classroom, of course. And please hit follow, subscribe button, or like button to support this talk room. And thank you for listening. And Yosuke, thank you again for sharing your time. I know you're busy, and also sharing your stories and sharing a lot of interesting information about like violin or your organization, how you think. And I'm glad to find a lot of similarities between you and me in terms of like our life history and how we think, things like that. So again, thank you so much. And see you at the classroom again. Yeah, soon.
See you.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Right.